after recording 21 wins and 60 losses, finishing as the second worst team in the Western Conference last season, even with the additions of Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, and with expectations of a big leap from the unanimous Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. Analysts still don't consider the San Antonio Spurs a legitimate playoff contender. According to ESPN, the Spurs only have a 1% chance of making the playoffs this season, and they are expected to have the second lowest record in the NBA, behind the Washington Wizards, who have zero chance of making the playoffs this season, according to ESPN. I remember that ESPN also gave the OKC Thunder a 1% chance when Chris Paul joined them, but he led them to the playoffs. Nevertheless, if ESPN is correct and the Spurs finish as the second worst team in the NBA, there's some good news. They will have a chance to be among the 3 teams with the highest chance to get the number 1 pick in the next NBA draft. Right now, Cooper Flagg, considered a generational talent, is expected to be that pick. Paired with Wemby, this would be a solid young duo in the future. So, if you were the San Antonio Spurs, would you want to compete for a playoff spot this season, or would you rather aim for losses, tank, and bounce back next season with Cooper Flagg as part of your team? While Domantas Sabonis took the preseason very seriously, playing 36 minutes and putting up MVP numbers with 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 8 assists on over 56% shooting from the field, De'Aaron Fox also had 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, and DeMar DeRozan contributed 17 points, 5 assists, and 5 steals. All 3 played 36 minutes, but despite their efforts, they were still defeated by the Utah Jazz, as they were the only ones on their team to score in double digits. Let's go back to Domantas Sabonis, one of the most underrated players in the NBA today. For 2 consecutive years, he led the league in rebounds per game, not Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, or Nikola Jokic, but Sabonis had the most triple-doubles in the entire NBA last season. However, he wasn't selected for the All-Star game and didn't receive a single vote for the best international players in the NBA, even losing to Victor Wembanyama in that regard. Despite all this, could Sabonis have an MVP-type season this year? It might sound a bit far-fetched right now, but who would have thought Nikola Jokic would become MVP back then? Sabonis averaged 19.7 points, 13.7 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game last season, shooting 60% from the field. If he can raise his scoring to around 22 or 25 points per game while maintaining his rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage, and if the Sacramento Kings can rise to the top 5 in the West with the help of DeMar DeRozan's addition, Sabonis could be considered a legitimate MVP candidate. Did you like this video? Please click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell for more updates.